Hi, my name is Daniel, and this is the death of public morality and decency. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to lay to rest public morality and decency. Sunrise, the very day of creation in which God created all the heavens and the earth. Sunset, the last days, as the scriptures had already informed us that these things would happen. But we never figured that it would be this soon, that public morality and decency would be laid to rest. So no longer can mothers clutch their child to their breast and understand and teach them the ways of the scripture, because now that's hostile to the public sense of what morality is. So we traded in spiritual morality and conviction for public decency and political correctness. See, when political correctness takes place of spiritual correctness, we are definitely on the wrong side of right, and we are about to lose everything that we hold so dear. So dearly beloved, shed not another tear, because morality lies to rest here. And in its wake is public indecency and the morality that is chosen by the individual, and no longer is it acceptable unto God, because the level of morality we choose is a flawed system from the beginning. I heard Kirk Cameron said it, and it made so much sense. Not so much that he said it in those words, but he said the gist of the message is this: when you use a flawed system by which to judge your moral standards, you are already broken, and you are already choosing a broken path to follow. So, dearly beloved, we are gathered here together today to lay to rest public decency, to lay to rest public morality, and instead we have traded in our own desires. But the scriptures tell us that our hearts are deceitfully wicked, who can know it? But the Lord tests the heart, and He knows it from the start. So how are we to say that His standards is wrong and ours is more perfect? Because we are human, and we set attainable goals. But even attainable goals are lies to ourselves, because not everybody can attain the goals that we have set for ourselves. But the moral standard that is set by God is perfect, and all of us are flawed and only able to reach it and obtain it through the power of the cross, who alone God has paid the price through His Son Jesus Christ on the cross. So we lay to rest today public decency and morality. And we wonder why this nation is so far off course when we've lost sight of public decency and morality and traded in it for our sexual decisions and preferences. Is something wrong with a nation that gives preferences to a specific group of individuals who have chosen a lifestyle that they themselves have the power to choose against, but we leave everybody else to fend for themselves? There's something wrong with a nation that developed laws to protect those that are the very cause for the unraveling of the moral fabric of a nation. And I'm not just talking about the homosexual community. I'm talking about all that believe in we choose what laws that we should follow. Why then should we pay our taxes? And no, I am not saying no, pay your taxes, because the scriptures say give unto Caesar what belongs unto him, and if they ask him for it, you give them back the taxes. What I'm saying is this: we traded in morality for our own preferences and desires. And that in itself leads to corruption, because the hearts of men are deceitfully wicked. And while there is unchecked and unbalanced power in the hands of any man, corruption is inevitable. Because our hearts are prone to sin, and we are prone to choose to do better for ourselves in the world out there. And I guess that's why hardly anybody cares. So we lay to rest morality on this day, and nobody seems to care. They seem to say, well, it was time for it to go on away, because we have chosen to go another way. So dearly beloved, cry no more. Cry no tears, because when morality was here, we didn't hold up the standard, and now it has sunk so low that it's not even on the screen no more, and nobody even really seems to care. So we stare off blankly into the sky, wondering why morality and public decency had to die. But I guess it was because it was no longer in the preferences of those that have chosen to put it up in our vision and tell us that this is how we should be living. And when the moral standard is set by a corrupt system, what then can you expect except corruption to rule the nation in which our own preferences have chosen our system? And it's a shame. But this day, morality has died. No mothers were left in the street crying, and no one was turning off the television no more, because we're so used to it now that the standard
It's as if it's invisible. It's as if it never existed, and this has my mind all twisted. I'm wondering if it really ever existed, because the nation in which we live in today resembles nothing. The foundation on which it was planted, I guess that was the original intent, because all of our rights when inalienably given unto us by God, who is our creator. And now the government is telling us what it is that we can and cannot do, and what it is that we can and cannot say. Is called political correctness. And it is political correctness that has been the death of. And it is political correctness that has been the death of public decency and morality. My name is Daniel, and thank you for watching.